Hey, this is Gamebound, a little series where we play one-shots of various sorts. And today we're going to be doing Fiasco, our favorite go-to, let's just have a fun time and not worry about anything even remotely related to mechanics. We're here. We got Seth and Jordan. Alyssa was not able to join us this week while Emily's gone. But we got Josh to fill in. And we're going to do some wackiness. So we've chosen the Muppet Fiasco playset. This is going to be interesting. I imagine there's going to be a lot of silly voices going around.
Better be.
So yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. I need to download that. Let me find it again.
It's in the Discord, like the last thing in the group chat.
Yep. So playing Fiasco. We've done this several times on the channel now, so if you're a long time listener, watcher, you'll know how this goes. But for all of the random people who are watching this because I posted that meme video and it got 2,000 views.
Dang.
Then hello, and we'll explain something about how Fiasco works. So we have a play set in front of us. It's not in front of you, obviously. Hypothetical listener, but we're going to be going through this and creating a character web. Let me find. Okay, so we got all these dice in the center of the screen here. We got our little note cards with our names, and we're going to go ahead and I'm going to roll all of these dice in the middle. Did it do it?
I don't know. I wasn't on the right.
I saw like one change. Let me do it again. Okay, I saw like two change that time.
Do them in chunks. I made it spell poo, so do the P, first P, then the O, then the O.
Okay, it's like changing some of them, but not other ones.
Can I roll them?
I don't know. You try.
That seemed to be a little bit better.
Yeah, that actually rolled them. There you go. All right. By this point, yeah, there you go.
Wait, no, there's 3 that aren't changing.
Weird. I don't know why this is happening.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, so these are the numbers that we have to work with when we're looking at the character web here. We should have.
I think we're missing some black dice. Yeah, 2 of those white dice need to be black dice.
We're supposed to have what, 4? 2 white and 2 black?
Yeah.
There we go. So
we have a lot of 6s. We have a lot of 6s.
Are we down with this being the table? Caleb, Seth, Jordan, Josh, in that order?
Sure.
So that me and Seth would have relationship, Josh and me would have relationship, Seth and Jordan, Josh and Jordan. Everybody cool with that?
Sure.
Right. I just plopped in Josh where Alyssa was last time. So, all right. Well, let's go ahead and get started here. I'll start us off. As is my prerogative as the guy in charge of the stream here. All right, there we go. No strings attached. Yeah, so this is called No Strings Attached. Let me just actually here. I'll read the little blurb that it gives. No Strings Attached is all you need to start your own Fiasco game based on the works of Jim Henson. Maybe you're a group of fuzzies racing cross country in a stolen bus trying to save your local theater. Maybe you're trying to save your buddy from running away and learn a lesson about friendship in the process. Maybe you're the last of an ancient race exploring dark twisting caverns to save the world. Maybe you've been stuck watching a crappy play for hours and have had enough. Maybe you are all of the above in space. So the movies it suggests are the Muppet Movie, Fraggle Rock, Sesame Street, The Great Muppet Caper, Meet the Feebles. Almost none of which I've seen.
Seen the Muppet movie, but
I'm familiar with the idea of puppets and shows and movies involving puppets. So let's see, what do we got here? We have relationships, we have needs, we have objects and locations. Everybody needs a relationship with the person to their left and right in this imaginary table that we've concocted here. And everyone needs a need, location, or object. Each of us gets one of those 3 things. And then there needs to be at least one of each of those categories on the board. Those are the criteria we're working with. So let's see. I always like to start off with a good relationship. How about we do Jordan and Seth for friendship? Here we go. And as a reminder, they don't have it listed in the playset here, but each of the categories should be numbered as well.
Yeah.
So, for example, relationships, 1 is friendship, 6 is work, so on and so forth.
I'm going to give Jordan and Josh an adventure relationship.
All right.
Because I want that one to happen
as we go.
I want that one to happen, and it was the only 4, so I had to take that.
Yeah, for sure.
If you didn't do it, I was going to, so.
All right, Jordan, all you. As a reminder, you have to choose categories before you can choose specifics.
Yes.
That's the other criteria.
My first inclination was work, but I think that would not be as fun.
I mean, this is Muppets. One of the work relationships is corrupt official and unwitting pawn.
For the Muppets?
Yes.
I like showbiz.
Showbiz is good, yeah. You gonna give that to anyone in particular?
I was gonna give showbiz to. Actually, I want to give showbiz to you and Seth.
Ooh.
Where's that?
Do what?
What number
3.
is that? 3?
It's a 3.
Oh yeah.
Cool. There we go. All right.
Does yours have numbers?
Yeah,
No,
it should be
Or is it just
numbered.
order?
Yeah.
they're not labeled properly.
I see.
Mm.
Yeah, that would be great.
I'm going to spice things up a bit.
Ooh.
I'm going to set a location. And remind me, do I put location between 2 people?
No.
I believe I do.
No, it's assigned to one person.
One person. In that case, I'm going to set Seth.
I have a location.
Seth, you are in space.
Well, I just oh. Interesting. Not just space. I'm in space.
Exactly.
Very fun. All right. And you know what? Let's round this off and give me and Josh a relationship. How don't we? Let's do work. We have a 6? Yeah, we have a 6. There you go. Josh and I have a work relationship.
Why is this not working? Just a second. I'm rewriting this so it's bigger. There we go. Now it's readable. You know what, Caleb? I'm so glad you picked work for you and Josh, because I really, really wanted to give you guys the corrupt official and unwitting pawn.
Nice.
So,
all right.
I gave you guys a 2. Caleb, you did say you wanted to be a human, and the humans are generally the bad guys in these movies.
Fair enough. All right, Jordan.
Let's do. Oh. Where's friendship? Oh, I like the idea of that. Please tell me we have Seth, I'm thinking. Do I get to can I establish my relationship with people?
You can. I find it boring personally, but you can.
I really, well, it's either this or I can establish the.
Everyone needs a location thing or goal.
There needs to be a location, a need, and an object.
And an object, that's it. And I think also everyone needs at least one of them. Is
Not
goal
always.
one of them?
There has to be at least one of each, or at least generally there's one of each, but not everyone needs one.
Okay.
Yeah. I've always played with the needs and stuff as being in between people. So they share it. But
I think some of them can be.
I
didn't even look at the locations in space. The Bridge of the Swine Trek.
Okay.
Planet Kuzbane, a spacewalk, crash landing site, an asteroid assumed lifeless, an extraterrestrial ER.
I'm debating between. So I want to establish the showbiz, and I'm debating: should we do heckler and heckled, star sidekick, or techie and actor?
Oh, techie and actor, because then Seth can be a techie.
I thought about that.
Yes, because I want to play my real life.
Fair enough.
Make believe game.
Fair enough.
After I was already talking earlier about not liking doing IT stuff.
Ooh, let's do heckler and heckled.
I do like that because Caleb and I have showbiz.
That one's pretty fun.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay.
Heckler and heckled.
Dr. Heckle and Mr. Hyde.
Oh boy. I heckle and then you hide.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Josh.
Or Dr. Heckle and Mr. Jide.
I'm going to put these dice a little closer together. I'm not confused.
I am going to take one of these sixes and I'm going to identify Jordan and I's relationship as mysterious doppelganger.
Ooh.
Mysterious doppelganger. So I guess one of you is normal and the other is a mysterious doppelganger of that person.
Oh my gosh, please. Someone please set my relationship with Seth as imaginary friend.
Interesting. I don't know how that will work. But let's do it.
Doppelganger of an imaginary friend? Who's the imaginary one is the question.
I don't know. You guys are going to have to figure it out.
This is...
So it's getting complicated really quickly.
This is getting very confusing really quickly. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's my turn again. Oh, let's see.
Muppets.
Okay. Let's need... You know what? We're going to give you a reason for your adventure, Jordan. We're going to give you the need to discover.
I want to be a real boy. Seth needs to be a hero.
I already have a location.
Yeah.
Oh, you only get one of those things?
Yep.
Yeah, because everyone needs one thing.
Josh and me do not have one of those categories.
Caleb needs to get rich.
That sounds about right. I think we know who the heckler is.
And probably who the corrupt official is.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I don't know.
I don't know either. Actually, that doesn't make as much sense.
Okay,
we'll make it work. We'll make it work.
We'll make it work. Need
fix it in post.
Get rich.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, right.
Needs to get rich by posing as someone else. We have two doppelgangers.
Oh boy. Josh, how are you going to make it even more complicated?
All of
Do it.
this is happening in like Gonzo's mind. It's all just a hallucination by Big Bird.
Have you seen my chickens?
Let's see. I don't really want to identify my own like object.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. I can specify Caleb's need.
Mm-hmm.
Can specify Seth's location.
Mm-hmm. I think do we not know what Jordan's friendship with Seth means?
We don't. No,
No, we
we
did
don't have
that.
that defined either.
Didn't we specify that was
Oh no, yeah, I gave an imaginary friend. Neither of you just wrote it down.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
So we got to write it down, people.
for some reason I missed writing that down for some reason. I think it's because I was so confused about how the heck any of this is going to work. I forgot
Yeah.
to write it down. So wait. We're missing wait. Something didn't get put down. The heckler and heckled die didn't get put down. This should be a 1 right here.
Isn't this the one right here?
Oh,
Or is that need to get rich?
I think that's the need to get rich. Yeah.
That is, yeah.
Okay. Crisis averted. We're not missing an extra die.
So Caleb's need to get rich is based on taking credit you didn't deserve.
Perfect.
Ooh.
Cool. All right. What do we got? You still need a category, Josh, yeah?
Yes,
Yeah.
he does.
Probably an object since we don't
Yeah.
have an object.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was wondering. Let's see. We
Okay.
got a 2, a 6, and a 5.
Transportation,
Does Jordan have a
theatrics,
thing
and
at the moment?
unexplainable. Yeah, he has a. Oh, wait. Jordan did write it down. He has. I gave him something. He has to discover. Jordan has to. I need
Yes.
to discover.
Yep.
Jordan, put down your need to discover.
Josh, I'm going to give you transportation as object.
Ooh. What transportation thingies do we have?
I feel like every Muppet movie needs a vehicle of
Yes.
some sort.
We have a 2, a 6, and a 5. Okay, guys, how do we want to get into space? Tandem bicycle, balloon. That's got to be balloons. We're going to space by balloons. You have a balloon, Josh.
I have a
I kind of
balloon.
like the idea of us riding a 4-person tandem bicycle into space.
I do too, but also floating up via balloon also sounds fun. All of them were silly. The other one was a seaworthy vessel. And that's just Peter Pan. So
with
the things that aren't
Jordan.
defined are what I have in space and what Jordan needs to discover.
What is space if
Where?
not a sea of stars?
Hmm.
All right, we got to find out which one has the best option
Best
that
two.
we can't choose yet because of because we don't have the numbers for it.
Well,
and then wait.
one of the locations in space is the extraterrestrial ER. We could just make this even more just weird and confusing.
Yeah.
Also, it's one of the only good options that I recognize in this one, and it's a 6, so we get to define Jordan's as whatever. If we're brainstorming this, what are Jordan's needs to discover? What can they be?
well, we'd be limited to the meaning of friendship or your hidden talent if we went for one of these dice.
I do kind of like discover your hidden talent. That's kind of fun.
Or where it went horribly wrong, because the last one's one's a wild.
Yeah.
So
we're essentially looking at 2 and 6 on both these ones and
Yes.
working out which
Yeah.
one we want to pick.
I think we should be more conservative with the space one
because we already have too many crazy things going on. I think we should
Caleb,
choose something boring like a spacewalk or a crash landing site.
It is up to Jordan.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So which one are you picking, Jordan?
I want to know what this planet Kuzaban is.
No idea.
All right. Oh, it's a Star Wars thing.
Oh, yeah, let's not do that then.
It's no. Yes. What?
What?
I think you have to understand the Muppets to understand this place.
Probably.
Yeah.
So let's
Yeah. I'll do discover my hidden talent.
Cool. I like that one. Especially if you're like an imaginary friend. That just sounds funny.
Yeah.
your hidden talent. Actually, I won't say that because I don't want to jinx anything.
All right, Josh. Where are we going in space?
We're going to an extraterrestrial ER.
No. Okay.
We are putting on a fundraising concert at the hospital.
All
That's what
right.
we're doing.
Let's figure this out, shall we? So we're at Showbiz, Seth?
Mm-hmm.
How? Why?
That's a really good question, Caleb. Wait, let me.
Well, one of you's in showbiz. The other one's heckling.
That's true.
showbiz.
Wait, so we're in the E.
And technically, we don't need to
ER.
go to space immediately.
We are in space.
We don't need to be. No. We don't need to be in space right away. We could go to space in the hot air balloon, right?
True. Yes.
Well, I think you're
We do know.
overselling it. We do not have a hot air balloon. We have balloons, regular balloons.
I
They're
don't
going
think I
up.
realized that.
Yeah, I
They're
didn't
going
realize
up.
it at first either, but I'm like, oh no, it's just up
Just
style.
balloons. Okay.
Yep.
Very good.
Yep.
I guess we
I
are.
picked it because it was
puppets.
silly.
Is one of us extraterrestrial? Is Jordan an extraterrestrial? Is that why he's an imaginary friend and or a mysterious doppelganger? It might make sense if Jordan is from space, so then we go to space eventually because of his character.
Yeah, actually, let's maybe start with Caleb's because he has the need. So you are,
Yeah.
I think
Plot.
yours is the one we can make the most sense out of.
Yep. We can
So
make plot with this one.
corrupt official and unwitting pawn. I think if you're trying to get rich by taking credit you don't deserve, you're the corrupt official.
Yeah,
Like
that's
I
what
think that's easy enough.
Yeah.
But if you're the corrupt official, are you the heckler or the heckled? Because a heckler.
I think I'm the heckler.
Okay, because you need to get rich. So I was wondering if like the heckled means you want to like. Oh, well,
But it's showbiz, right? So like I'm imagining myself as the grumpy guys in the theater, right? But like I'm some like we're not actually any of those Muppets. So like I'm some weird kind of antagonistic version of an old man puppet who is like maybe the guy who's in charge of the theater and is heckling you because you're terrible or something like that. I could also be the human character, and I still think that would be kind of funny.
That would be funny. There's got to be the human character in the Muppet movies.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got you figured out then. So I'm getting heckled.
And you have Jordan as your imaginary friend, I think. I don't think it makes any sense for you to be his imaginary friend at this point.
It would be weird at this point.
Jordan's
heckling
is the
someone else.
weirdest character for sure.
You're
so.
wait, no, I said the idea. You're heckling someone else's imaginary.
It just doesn't make any sense.
No, but it sounds very Muppets. So I'm getting heckled. I have an imaginary friend.
And we need to bring that imaginary friend at some point in this story to space to get him help
the hospital.
because he's actually an extraterrestrial. No one here knows what to do with him.
I thought, here we go. I thought Jordan was my imaginary friend, but he's actually real.
Right. Yeah. It can be in like
Because I see like imaginary friend. Are you my imaginary friend? Jordan's like, yes, imaginary.
I like the idea that like Jordan doesn't know whether or not he is imaginary. That's part of him trying to figure out his hidden talent. He's like, am I just imaginary? Is that what the secret is? Like, I feel like he was like maybe sent from. Okay, Jordan, hear me out. What if you're like kind of like a weird Muppet Superman, where like you were like sent here as a baby and you're trying to figure out your purpose, and you like stumbled across this random washed up Muppet actor played by like Gonzo or something in an actual Muppets movie, right? That kind of Muppet.
Muppet.
Yeah. And then you're just like helping him get along while you try to figure out like who you are.
Okay, then who are Josh and Jordan? Or it'd be easier to do Caleb and Josh first.
Okay, but this fits perfectly. Okay, so Jordan it's a shape-shifting extraterrestrial Muppet who crash landed on Earth and is figuring out how to do this human thing. The first Muppet he saw was Josh, and so he is just Josh. He's just whatever your Muppet character is, because that was like the first person he saw, and you just like took your identity. And maybe you're meeting up later, like your paths are gonna cross now in this story, and you're gonna be like, you're me, what?
And then I'm going to be confused. Why is my doppelganger, why is my imaginary friend not know who I am?
Yeah, exactly.
I have this weird identity crisis where even my imaginary friend doesn't know me.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh.
You have any input, Josh, on your character then?
Well, I thought the alternate version of me was that because Jordan's an alien, I'm also another alien.
Okay, yeah.
And I've come with my balloon ship to take him to the space ER.
Yes. Yeah, that makes sense. We could have two aliens. I could see this going.
And all the aliens just look the same.
Well, so let's figure out our relationship then. That will probably determine this. Like, if you're my unwitting pawn, right? What does that mean? Why would I be using you? I guess I'm trying to get rich by taking credit I didn't deserve.
He's an alien, and you're trying to take credit for something the alien did. Like something kind of like with Superman, like the aliens, for them, this is something that's so natural. But for us, it's like for Superman, is like his strength is like really cool, but like where he's from, like that's just normal. So maybe it's something like that, but not obviously like Superman, but like something he does.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Milkshakes come out of his ears or something like that.
Right. I mean, we should probably, if we're in showbiz, I feel like we should tie it to this theater.
That's true.
Right? So like, I'm wondering if something that, if Josh is an alien, if something that Josh does, I can exploit for concessions, or maybe if you are shape-shifting, maybe you play all of the other characters in the play, right? Like those are options. Mm-hmm. But I guess like shape-shifting alien probably is beyond the scope of a Muppets movie.
Yes.
So it makes sense though, if you all look the same, right?
That's
well, maybe Seth has a really good play, like that he does with Jordan. Like it's a genius play. And Caleb's plan is to get rid of Jordan and Seth and replace them with himself and me, and just take the idea using my exact similarity to Jordan to play it off.
Oh, okay. But then why does Seth think he's his imaginary friend?
Because I'm just putting it on I'm just like practicing the play with my imaginary friend, and I want to find someone to actually do it with.
Okay, what if it's like he's not actually your imaginary friend? That's what the play is.
I don't know what
I don't know how I don't know how Josh's idea works if Jordan is literally an imaginary friend.
Well, I like
Jordan being invisible and doing all the special effects.
Yeah. That could be cool.
And so I think he's imaginary. Well,
that's kind of cool.
So do I still think he's imaginary then?
I think you must, but maybe
I'm imagining two different things. Either we have like we have this whole play go on, the special effects, the curtain comes down, all of that's Jordan, and then Seth either thinks that like everything is like happening perfectly by accident somehow, or he thinks that there's a crew back there, and every time he goes to find them, they're not there, and he's like, man, the crew always leaves really early, or something like that, right? Like that could be something.
I could be down with that.
Yeah. This is interesting though. I like the idea that like the aliens can go invisible. I'm definitely imagining like the weird.
Yep.
Those aliens. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Those ones. Yeah, exactly. Any other thing we need to add to this? Obviously, you came here in balloons. With balloons.
So how is
Josh?
So that's we define the corrupt official unwitting pawn. So Josh is trying. So what is happening with Josh and Jordan exactly then?
They just look exactly the same because they're both from the same planet and they all look alike, I guess.
Okay.
And so like there'll be a scene where you see Josh. Well, no, I guess it doesn't really. Maybe I see Jordan and think no. I feel like mysterious doppelganger has to be more important than they happen to look alike, but we never actually see them because they're always invisible. Or like, I don't know if that fulfills.
Maybe it's just the kind of thing where they're always mistaken for each other. And so you always think one is the other one and the other one is the other one.
Right. But as the setup we have right now, there's no crossover happening between those characters at all. There would be no reason for me to meet Jordan or for you to meet Josh. Especially if they're invisible.
Well, I mean, they're not always invisible. They just go invisible. So I see him. I think he's my imaginary friend, and then he disappears and does all the play stuff. I'm like, wow, it works so well.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I do like that they can.
Man, my imagination is so productive.
Yeah. Okay. Are there any other holes that we're missing? Need to fill in?
I guess just how Josh and Jordan interact, since they have a relationship. Maybe the special effects aren't actually special effects. It's like alien sickness that just happens to look really cool. And so Josh is trying to get Jordan to the ETER. But it's my ER.
Oh, I like that. Because then Jordan's doing the special effects, but it's a byproduct of a weird alien sickness that makes him like his imagination go crazy or something.
Or like he's just
able
like
to produce a bunch of pyrotechnics.
Fireworks.
Yeah.
He sneezes fireworks.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. And then Josh is here primarily to get Jordan to come back to space with him to get him fixed. Right. And then So I guess one question would be, how did I meet you, Josh? And what is our current working relationship? Have I already gotten you to start working for me in some capacity? Am I going to do so in the story? What do we think? Where does this actually start?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely came down from space to try and find the crash-landed Jordan.
Yeah.
But of course, it takes a while to find an invisible alien.
Yeah.
So I've had to find a job to pay the bills, and that's you.
Right. So are you like working concessions at this theater or something?
Yeah, whatever you put me to work on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so here, going with the need to get rich by taking credit I didn't deserve, it definitely could be...
You want to enslave Jordan and use his sickness for profit.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. So like the initial idea you pitched was basically I would get Josh to switch places with him. But I think it could just be as general as all three of you are just like making me rich in various capacities. Like, Jordan's doing all the behind the scenes stuff. Seth is doing acting work, and I'm like abusing him. So he makes like no money, right? I'm constantly telling him, you sucked, like you're not worth anything, like so I'm not paying you tonight. We didn't actually make any money anyway, that sort of thing. I always have the spotlight super bright so you can never tell how many people are in the audience.
Gosh.
And then I have Josh using his weird alien powers to like make infinite concessions or something, right? Whatever weird alien technology you have. Maybe you're just Okay, hear me out. What if Josh has a self-replicating balloon, like pile of balloons, that he uses to get around, but if he takes one off, another one just appears, like grows out of it, and so I'm having him sell infinite balloons for free.
Gosh, this is the weirdest setup we've ever had for a fiasco. Trying to keep this straight is going to be difficult.
Pretty weird, but I think we have a pretty good handle on it now.
Should we start then?
Well, let's go ahead and take a quick 5-minute break as we usually do before we jump actually into the scene. But we'll come right back and start into the game here, doing some Fiasco. Muppets Fiasco. It'll be fun. Stick around.